Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World Legacy Collection review. Today we're taking a look at the Isla Sorna Expedition Pack. Personally, I love all the attention the Lost World is getting lately from Mattel. This is our fifth Legacy Collection Lost World set from Mattel in about a year's time, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. They run out of things to do with Jurassic Park, so it's about time the Lost World got some attention. Maybe down the line we'll see a little bit more JP3 stuff. So yeah, this set, as we all know now, that the Legacy Collection is exclusive to Target stores in the U.S. I ended up ordering this figure online, actually a pre-order. It actually showed up a day early before the street date. I'm recording this review on January 6th. There's, street dated for tomorrow, January 7th. So, yay, Target pre-orders actually paid off for once. If you want to order this set, I'll leave a link down below in the description. It retails for $34.99. So let's go over the packaging really quick before we crack open this really cool looking set. We got the Jurassic World Legacy Collection just above Dino. We got the InGen Vehicle. We got the Tiger Stripe wrapped up here. And then we have a set of 3 compies. And down here is the Sorna Expedition Pack. Yes, I got all the Lost World vehicles lined up to the side for comparisons later on during this review. And then spinning the box around. Get a picture of everything in the set and all the action feature on this vehicle, which we'll cover a little bit later on during this review. We got Dieter stock right here, the vehicle, Raptor, all the compies on poor Dieter. Should never have shocked that compy, Dieter. So that will do it for the packaging. Let's crack this awesome set open and take a closer look. And here is the whole set of the packaging, and I'm loving these Lost World vehicles. This new one is a welcome addition to the InGen fleet. I really hope Mattel, there's so many characters in the Lost World, Mattel can go absolutely crazy and release a character with all the different vehicles from the Lost World. Dieter looks great, nice Peter Stormare likeness on him. Love Peter, he's so good in almost every movie I've ever seen him in. And we also get a barely painted Tiger Raptor. Mattel, for some reason, hates the Buck Rex and the Tiger Raptor. We haven't not gotten a definitive edition of these two, important species from the movie. Hopefully, when we finally get a Hammer collection release of the Tiger Raptor, that will be the definitive one for our collections. And of course, we get a bunch of copies recreate that iconic scene with Dieter. So yeah, this is a really great set. I absolutely love the vehicle. It has some really cool play features, and some of them based on concept art from the Lost World. We'll get into that a little bit later when we start comparing the vehicles and figures. But yeah, all around loving getting more vehicles for my Jurassic collection. That's why I'm just absolutely digging the Legacy collection at this time. And now let's first take a close look at Dieter. He is your standard 3 3/4 inch figure, or 9.5 centimeters, which means he is 1/18 scale. And let's pull him in close and take a closer look at that head sculpt. Let's put the camera up just a tad and get this all nice and centered. That is a very nice head sculpt of Peter Stormare. It's just very, very nicely done. Just love how it turned out. This absolutely, the last few Lost World figures, especially Roland and Tembo, they have had really, really good likenesses. He has his khaki button-up shirt on, gray vest with pockets sculpted in. Here's a view of the vest from the back, and then pulling him up, he does have a separate rubber belt with some pockets along the side. You can see his hands are nicely sculpted and painted, and we have his dark brown pants and boots with some nice folds and wrinkles on there. Let's get that little stand out of the way. So yeah, all around really cool figure, and he does come with his iconic cattle prod accessory, which could fit nicely into his hand. And I'm actually surprised the cattle rod has some copper paint on the end of it. As a nice touch. Normally Mattel does not paint these very, very small accessories. So for articulation, his head can go side to side. His arm ball joints, you get a little bit of up and down movement. Arms can rotate out, rotate 360 degrees. You do get just over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow and rotation at it. You do get some hip articulation. He can do the full splits. Legs can kick out 90 degrees and bend 90 degrees and some rotation on there. I do miss that Hammer collection articulation on these basic figures, but the articulation is enough to get some decent poses out of it. And of course, you get 3 compies to attach to Dieter. These were originally released with the Legacy Collection Human Figures back when Mattel first took over the line. It's nice to see these make a return here and there. It's been, been collected since the beginning. You should have a bunch of these. You have them in, there's 3 of them, and 2 of them share the same mold. Here is the first one, and these have their arms out like that so they can clasp onto the figure, which we'll get to shortly. This is cast in green rubber flexible plastic. Really not much to go over on that. And then here is the other 2. Like I said, these 2 are exactly the same mold. I believe there is a 3rd mold of the config. It would have been nice if we got all 3 in there, but getting 3 of them is really a nice touch and fits with the theme of the set. And here is Dieter covered in those compies, and I absolutely love these little compy figures. Like I said earlier, these came with most of the Legacy Collection figures when Mattel first took over the line. So you've been collecting since then. You should have a bunch of these to cover this poor bloke in, and I just absolutely love how this looks. They're just so cool. Just absolutely love this figure and everything that came in the set. And for comparisons, here it is with the Lost World figures that Mattel's given us so far, and all these have been Legacy Collection released. We have Roland Tembo, here's Dieter, Sarah Harding, and Ian Malcolm, and hopefully the trend continues. Like there's so many characters in the Lost World that they can do. We still need Dick Van, Owen, Kelly, Eddie Carr, Carter, Robert Burke. There's so many they can do, and the one complaint I have about these sets is, especially the InGen characters, I wish they came with like some just random faceless mercenaries so we can build our little InGen army. That would be a nice touch to start to include them in these sets, especially with Tembo and Dieter. So, but yeah, that's just my thought. Just wish we had some InGen mercenary so we can create a lot of fun scenes from the Lost World. But yeah, really like what Mattel's doing. Just keep giving us more characters. Absolutely love the Lost World. And moving on to the Engen Vehicle. This is actually based on a real vehicle. It is a Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. It's obviously modified, but yeah, really cool to have this thing. You really didn't see it too much on screen. You had to see it during the Stampede chase scene, but yeah, really cool. Just keep giving us more InGen vehicles. They're really neat. But yeah, this thing's all decked out in dark camo green and a little bit light khaki right here. Tires are all done in black. Would be nice to have some paint on the tires, but for what it is, this thing looks pretty cool. Looking at it from the front, we do get some decals for the headlights. We have a winch sculpted in right there, but nice it came with a working winch because the Jeep Wranglers from Jurassic Park vehicles did. Then along the side we got InGen on the door, InGen on the hood, and the back right here we do have this capture cage. And the cool thing about this capture cage is it has an action feature, and it's actually based off concept art from the Lost World. This can actually raise up. There is a platform up here. You can see there is some pegs in there for the human figure's feet to peg in. It could have been like a sniping station while they're chasing down the dinosaurs. And then pushing this back down, you do have these cages that lift up on the side. Let's get the camera a little bit higher so you guys can see that, so you can extend that to put your captured dinosaur in. The back does unload right here, so you have that nice little gate. Really cool. A lot of fun play features on here. As you can see, the tires are nice and rolly, and the doors do open on both sides. And let's zoom in with the camera. You can see we do have a steering wheel that rotates in there. Some sculpted details on the dash and seats. You can see a stick shift in there. Some more molded details on the door. So yeah, all around really cool looking vehicle. Absolutely digging this thing. And we actually do have clear plastic for the front windshield. So yeah, definitely when the set goes on clearance, because they always do, I'm definitely going to pick up 1 or 2 of me, 2 or 3 of these to flesh out my InGen vehicle army. And here it is with the other 2 Lost World vehicles that the Legacy Collection had given us. It's the one that came with Roland Tembo. I believe this is a modified Jeep Wrangler, and then we have the Mercedes-Benz over here for Ian Malcolm's team. Definitely, hopefully we get another one of these. Hopefully we'll breakaway feature with Eddie Carr, and maybe somewhere down the line Mattel actually give the Buck Rex some justice of blocking it behind a $250 price tag on that failed Kickstarter. But yeah, really liking how the InGen vehicles are coming out. They can keep cranking these out, and I will keep buying them. I absolutely love vehicles for my collection. And lastly, let's take a look at the Tiger Stripe Velociraptor. This figure is 7 inches long from the tip of the snout, tip of the tail, or 17.8 centimeters, about 3.5 inches tall to the top of the head, or 8.9 centimeters. So the Jurassic Park Raptors are between 9 and 12 feet long, or 3 to 4 meters, put this figure in the 115 to the 120 scale range. Now, there's really not much to say about this figure. You know, it is barely painted. It's just cast in bright orange plastic. Actually do like the orange coloration. You do have some brown striping along the back and some paint apps along the head. You know, let's just zoom in on the head. Eye is bright yellow with that black slit pupil. You have, you know, light colored plastic for the lower jaw. Teeth are painted in yellow color. You do have some paint on the gums and tongue, a little bit of white paint under the throat. And that is it for paint apps. Yay, look at those big toe claws not painted in. They used to do that on some of the earlier Raptors, but for some reason Mattel does not want to paint the toe claws on these mainline Raptors. Here's the scan code for those who want to scan it on the fax app, and then going for articulation. Mouth can open up that far, close completely flush, up and down movement and rotation on that joint. Arms can move forwards and backwards, hind legs backwards and forwards, and completely useless tail rotation. So yeah, it's a decent looking Raptor, but in all honesty, if this was a single release figure, I would leave it on the shelf. I just have so many Raptors, and most of them are from these multi-packs, and hopefully when Hammer Collection finally gets to it, we'll get our definitive Tiger Raptor. For some reason, Mattel has not gotten the Tiger Raptor right yet, especially that god-awful Legacy Collection with that big beer belly. I just can't stand that Raptor. It's one of the worst molds in the Jurassic line. And moving on with comparisons, here it is with the, I believe this is the Primal Attack Velociraptor. And this one, for a while, the legs are a little bit warped. This one, was just rest them up against that one. For now, I've been considering this one my definitive Tiger Stripe Raptor. And look at that, the toe claws I painted. Remember that? Remember back in the day when Mattel used to paint the toe claws on their mainline Raptors? And here it is with the Battle Damage Raptor, still one of the best mainline Raptor molds. And what else do I have kicking around on the side of the studio? Let's do some more Isla Sorna Raptors. Here it is with the Hammer Collection female Raptor from JP3, and here it is with the male. Let's just do a couple Lost World dinos. Here it is with the Hammer Collection Parasaurolophus. And here it is with the Hammer Collection Baby Stegosaurus. And lastly, here it is with the Hammer Collection Pachycephalosaurus. So final thoughts on this set. I absolutely really love this set. Dieter is a welcome addition to your collection. The likeness is really well done. The InGen vehicle is great. It has a lot of fun play features on it. It's movie accurate, and you just can't have enough vehicles in your Jurassic collection. The Raptor, it's forgettable like Dominion, but all around pretty decent set. In my eyes, it is worth the $35. But if you're patient, these sets always hit clearance after a few months of coming out. So if you want to be patient and wait for that clearance train to roll in, definitely do that. I'll definitely be picking up a couple more of these once these go on clearance. And like I said, beginner review, got mine from Target. The link is down below in the description. You want to pick one up for yourself, and these should be hitting the stores any day now if you want to go in stores and track one down. So that will do it for the review. I got some more Holland Good and PNSO stuff coming in. Completely forgot about the Legacy Collection Barry set. I didn't even pre-order it. I'm just going to wait till I find it in the store. And once I get my hands on that, I will be reviewing that one. So that would do it. As always, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.